I'm Kimberly Mutcherson, and I'm the Co-Dean of Rutgers Law School on the Camden campus. I was one of those kids who knew from very early on that being a lawyer is what I wanted to do. I was about 10 years old in 5th grade and decided that I was going to go to law school and I was going to be a lawyer. And mostly what I thought was that being a lawyer was a way to do good things in the world, to be somebody who was of benefit. And that's what I wanted to do. My first job after law school was as a public interest fellow. Being a law school academic was not in the scheme of things for me at all. And I completely sort of fell into the work a few years after I started practicing law. On one hand, it's really hard to think that it's 2019 and I am the first in so many categories. I mean, it says something really profound about how much work we have left as a country. But the nice thing about being the first is that you know you're not going to be the last. So the door is open now, and my job is to make sure that the doorstop is really strong in there so that it stays open. What I'm really driving towards is making sure that Rutgers Law is not a law school of the past, but is a law school of the future. And that, I think, is something that has been a little difficult, frankly, for a lot of law schools to do, us included, over the last several years as we've been sort of seeing the drop off in applications for law school and really trying to figure out who we are as an institution. But it's really critical to me that we are training lawyers who are not just doing the work that they can do today, but really on the vanguard of thinking about how law is different and how law is shifting and how the practice of law is shifting. Everything from the way that technology is a part of law now to thinking about how questions of justice have transformed over the last few decades and how our students and graduates can be a part of that conversation. I want people to be in the profession who think deeply about the law and think critically about the law. And one of the things I'm able to do as a law professor is do that with students, really make them sort of think about what is your role as a person who has a law degree and how do you want to wield the power that comes with that. My favorite vacation spot actually is Provincetown, Massachusetts, which is in Cape Cod. And I started going there when my kids were very small. Sweet potato pie. I make a very good sweet potato pie. Soulmate by Lizzo. Something that people may not know about me is that I have 2 tattoos. My favorite restaurant is a place, it's called the Latin American Restaurant, but when they made the sign outside, there wasn't enough room for restaurant. So it just says Latin American Rest. So that's what we always call it. Some of the people I have met in my lifetime who are some of my very favorite people are people who I met in law school. So really take the time to savor this experience, find the people who are going to be your people, and make those friendships, because a lot of them are going to end up being lifelong friendships.